Alrighty then, what is up everyone? Continuing on again, the last question I asked was Democrat and Republican, and pretty much I said all forms of political groups are stupid. Pretty much. Not really, but I'm just going to go off of that. Let's see, original or new Willy Wonka? Now, since I'm actually a fan of Gene Wilder, obviously with From Young Frankenstein, and my personal favorite, I believe the title is Sherlock Holmes' Smarter and Older Brother. I like Gene Wilder. You know, even though this Willy Wonka, I believe, follows the story of Willy Wonka more, the book. But obviously, I like the original. But hey, that's just me. I only like it because I like Gene Wilder more than Johnny Depp, and I actually do like Johnny Depp. So it's like, cake or pie? Pie, because it's very rare. Death penalty. Is the death penalty good? A death penalty bad? Now, when it comes to this, it's hard because you're talking about human life. Now, does it have value even though they did something cruel? That's the question. There's some people who be like, you deserve to rot in prison or you deserve to have your life ended. Like, let's say someone went on a mass murder spree or a rape spree or anything, a rape spree, oh god, or they did any kind of crime that's against humanity multiple times. Should they be treated as humans? It's hard to say, because me personally, I want to say they shouldn't, but yet when you're put in that position, are you just going to be treated like an animal the whole time? No, you shouldn't treat them like the hand and foot and all that shit, waiting on them, but I don't like the death penalty, because what do you think of it? Is like, let's say this person did an offense towards a family member that will give them life in prison and possible death penalty. Now, initially I would want that person gone and dead and gone. You know, that's what you want. You want that thing nixed out from your life when something's bad, and when you have the ability to. Well, you don't really have the ability, but you know, that's the option. And then the other option is to live their life pretty much rotting in the prison, which may or may not do anything to them. Some of them could give two shits, some of them commit suicide, some of them could do whatever. It's just depending on the person if you know they're gonna fucking suffer for it. But this is a really hard one because, you know, when it personally comes to it, an initial thought, when something happens to a family member or anything along those lines, I would want that person dead, obviously, or something really bad to happen to them. And being in prison, definitely the U.S. prison system, where we like to create more criminals, harden criminals, than rehabilitate them. I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is like one of the things. It shouldn't be a thing, but it was a thing. And it's been a thing for a very long while. But this is a hard one that I don't know if I can answer correctly, because me, myself, like I said, me initially, if it happened to a family member or anything along those lines, I would want that person dead. But thinking about it in a different way, I don't think I can. Doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking care for the killer and treat him like a fucking saint, like most people do when you say that you're not when you're against it. No. Does that mean you have to treat them any more or less than a person? It's weird because there has to be a line. There has to be a line or a rule or something like that, or that have to cross. But what is going to be that line or rule? And then makes you think, is like, should there even be a line or rule? Should it just be a common census of everything? It's just, it's hard. Obviously, they do it in a humane way, so, like, why? It's I don't know. This is a really hard one. This is like one of the ones I never really think about or really cared about, but it's a hot topic in certain places, because the death penalty is around, or was taken away and it was brought back and everything along those lines. It's something hard, and I'm trying to dance around the question because I have no idea. Android or Apple, I could give two shits about any of them. I don't have anything along those lines. Do you support gay rights? Yes, I do. I have a bunch of family members who, are gay or lesbian or anything along those lines. They were religious, and then their religion tossed them aside, and pretty much they had, like, support groups and all that stuff to go fall back onto. So that's pretty damn cool. It seems like a majority of my family, of more than 50%, are gay. So everyone thinks it's kind of like a genetic kind of thing. But I don't know. That's what my family thinks. Me personally, I have no fucking idea, because I dated someone who's like, I should just be gay, and like I'm gonna rid myself of all men. Like I've dated someone who's done that. And obviously but gay rights, should you have the right to be as miserable as everyone else and get married? Yes, you do. What do I think about gay people? I could give two shits, really. Obviously, I do say gay and fag and all that shit, but this is part of the not proper, but part of my lexicon that not a lot of people like, and my cousins and family members could give two shits about, because the word doesn't affect them. They're beyond it. They use it, so it's like, does that make it okay? No. Does it make it okay to say racial slurs? No. But it's the context of you using them. Obviously, I use it in a comedic manner, somewhat, but hey. Alright, let's see. Should we legalize pot? I don't think pot should be legalized. For the reason they do say it's the gateway drug, but alcohol can also be a gateway to drugs too. When it comes to it, I've been around this for a majority of my life. I've had family members who've done it. I've known people who've done it. It's like they've become a part of their life, and they can't stop doing it, and they can't function without it. So obviously there is a problem with it. So do I think it should be legalized? No. A lot of people are like, oh, look at all the all the financial backing we could get off this, and all the money we could make, and help stabilize the economy. That could be a thing, but why don't you make something that probably, if you do want to start selling shit, why don't you start doing that? Why would we have to do something? It grows out the ground, okay. Smoke it, okay. So is tobacco, and you see the harmful effects of tobacco. So it's like, I don't know. There was a family member who kept having lung issues, and all he did was do that. And he was getting really bad lung issues, where he couldn't breathe, and it was getting phlegmy, and he would choke, and it was just really bad just because he would smoke pot every single day. So I don't think it should be legalized, but if you asked me this to me 2 years ago, I would have said yes. But no. Let's see. Religion. Religion's good and religion is bad, just like everything in the world. Just like a government could be good and a government could be bad. And just like a person. They could be good and bad. Religion could do very positive things and religion could do very bad things. It just depends on the way things are done. There's places where people use religion to enslave people and create harems. I know that in Mexico there's some guy who's claiming he's the second coming of Christ, and he fucking has this gigantic harem and these people, and he has like cartel backings, and it's fucked, because they do believe he's the second coming of Christ, and he has his own, he created his own village, and he runs it, and legally you can't fuck with him. It's fucked. And then you obviously have charities, obviously the hope that was not there. Some people do get reformed with religion as a help, like a little crutch to be able to help them along. But all in all, am I a religious person? No. I've tried doing it, but I can't. The family before mine that came, before my grandparents, they were very religious. Now my grandparents hold, I guess, religious beliefs, but they're okay with everything. You know, it's, you know, there's some religious people, whether they're going beyond the Call of Duty or interpreting things wrong or interpreting things way beyond what they are or twisting it within their own idea or not being educated enough. Sometimes religion could be bad, but all in all, religion could be good. I don't follow it, and I don't fuck with anyone who believes in it. I don't, you know, it's like one of those things. It's obviously a belief, and you can't fuck with people's belief, and when you do, they'll obviously strike back. So religion's good and bad. There's nothing about it. Westboro Baptist Church, they could go fuck themselves. But alright, gun control. Now, gun control is weird. It's a weird thing, because when you think of gun control, you're like, alright, I want to stop little kids getting weapons, or I want to stop criminals from getting weapons, I want to stop these shootings from happening, I want to stop everything from happening. But the thing is, it's not the weapons' fault, it is the fucking people getting the weapons. Now, I don't know the laws for getting a weapon. I know you can't take that said weapon home with you once you buy it. I believe in some places it's like that. I can't recall exactly, but when you get, you know, a weapon, it's, you know, you obviously have to take care of it. And when now I know there's gun users out there who take care of their stuff. They know how to take care of a gun and don't just fucking leave it around. You got to buy a cabinet if you are going to own a gun. Buy a cabinet, a lock, a safe, anything along those lines. Don't hide it in your fucking closet. Don't put it behind in a shoebox. Don't do it anything. You gotta lock it in a safe. That should be a requirement if you're going to buy a gun. If you're gonna get a gun, you need to have proof that you have a safe, and you're going to need to do that. That's gotta be something. I'm fine with everyone having a gun. Obviously, you want to protect yourself, protect your family. Would I own one? No. I don't want to have a gun in my hand ever. Guns are easily used. You know, using a gun is probably a lot easier than using a knife to kill someone. And now when it comes to obviously when these shootings happen, you know, the talk of gun control and gun violence pop up, and people trying to gain steam with political fucking just using the people and the fear and everything along those lines. It's bad. Definitely when it comes to the shooting stuff, don't show their fucking faces. At all. Don't show their fucking faces. That's the thing. Don't show their fucking face. It's weird. With media how it is and how vast it is, we celebritize these killers and having their face all over the internet, on Facebook and papers and all this stuff. Is this a thing that people may want? People may be doing this just to get fucking recognition, and to be like, hey, I've always wanted to do this, and now I know I'm going to probably get fucking recognition for doing that. Is that a thing? Yeah? Usually it's people's mental state. What they've gone through. It's, you know, it's life in general that's making them out like that. And the availability of getting a gun. Because when you think of it, it's like, oh, we want to stop gangbanging, we want to stop all that. Those people are going to get guns regardless, one way or another. There are ways to get guns, yet you don't have to go through the legal system to be able to do so. So it's like, it's a win-loss situation. You know, I don't like guns. I don't want to own one, but should there be some kind of control on it? Like, I really honestly think there should be a gun cabinet for just to be able to lower the little kids, you know, shooting themselves or killing their parents and all that stuff. Now, when it comes to bigger stuff, where mass shootings and all that stuff, it's got to be with the people. They get it somehow. Either it's from their parents or them themselves. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Like, this is one of those hot button issues that are just fucked. It's a win-lose situation regardless. You know, you're going to be treating the people who use guns fairly and know how to use a gun and know how to take care of it and how to deal with owning a gun and being respectful gun owners. You're going to make the laws harder for them when there's just, you know, say-so number of people who are just doing stupid shit with them. But Hmm. See, how about them politics? And all those were from Space Jellyfish. Space Jellyfish just ended. Alright, Coldman, favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon obviously has to be a Togepi and an Eevee and Charmander. Do you listen to or slash like Beyonce? I used to listen to her when she was in Destiny Childs back in the day. I don't listen to Beyonce now, but back in Destiny Childs, yeah. What's your favorite anime? Well, let's see. If I want to say critically acclaimed anime, the best anime that I think is the best anime probably has to be Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, and the original series. I think those are superb. But if I want to say like my favorite anime to like watch and like be entertained by, I would say Gurren Lagann, Tenjo Toppa Gurren Lagann. Fucking amazing. It's awesome. There's a heavy story behind what the initial story is, and not a lot of people catch it. And that was from Roshin Milady, the very beautiful Roshin. And now we're moving on to the very beautiful Castaway Duck. Worst game you ever played? The worst game I ever played was Superman 64, because I remember really wanting to play it, and I rented it from Hollywood Video back in the day. I played it, I didn't know what to do, I was flying into the ground, I got pissed, I got scared, I got angry, and, pissing my pants, throwing shit. It was pretty much, I had a fit with that. Now, the worst game I ever played, it probably has to be any movie game title. There's one superb movie game title that two, the Spider-Man game, obviously, was pretty damn good. It's better than most. And, the Dark Knight Rises game, with the Dark Knight movie series. I don't recall which one. It was for the PS2. It was really good, really, really good. Let's see. What is your favorite game series? Which is kind of weird. Look, this person withheld comments. What is going on here? Huh. What is my favorite game series? My favorite game series is kind of hard because I haven't really gone into many series. When I think about the series I've gone into, it's like Pokemon. And then, what else? Animal Crossing. I haven't played all of the Metal Gear Solid series. I played 3 and 2. Monster Hunter. I played 1, and this one, I believe a little bit of Try. I played some Gears of War, God of War. God of War is the only series I've really played. Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil. The Resident Evil series all the way up to 4 were pretty good, and number 6 was way better than 5. Let's just say that. It reaches the levels of 4 almost, but it's pretty damn good. 4 through 1 are pretty solid. I like the Resident Evil series. Those probably has to be my favorite. I remember being scared to play Resident Evil 0. I still haven't beat that game. I still want to beat it. I so badly want to beat it. I used to own it, but I let someone borrow it, and they never gave it back. And I asked him for it. He was like, "Oh, I sold it." I'm like, "Fuck." Let's see. What is your favorite game that you have not played for the channel? Now, the thing, if you guys know, all the games that I play for my channel, all the games I play on my channel, I never played before, if you never knew that. I never played them before. They're all blind playthroughs, no matter what. I'll announce in the beginning if I have played a little bit of it, but they're all blind playthroughs. I'm playing them with no experience of the game at all. Absolutely barely any knowledge on it. Sorry. Every time I drink orange juice, I get burpish. But my favorite game that I've played... My favorite game, well, it's weird. I honestly have played Resident Evil 4 many times over, and I've done speed runs, I've done hard runs, I've done runs without upgrading your cache. I've done runs where I only keep what was it? I don't upgrade like my weapons. I've done crazy runs just to make the game harder for me, and I love the game. Let's see. I really like Mario Sunshine when I played it. I played that religiously. I would start new saves and keep doing them. It was great. I loved it. Let's see. But a game, I guess, back when that I really loved, probably that was my favorite back when, was the Dragon Ball Z Boost, Fury, and Legacy of Goku 2. Those were, like, the shit to me back when, because I was such a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. Alright, let's see. what was your favorite Let's Play? My favorite Let's Play has to be the Harvest Moon 3 playthrough and a Tokimeki Girl Side playthrough. Those have to be my top. And I'm trying to remember what the fucking name is. It's Final Fantasy Tactics Advance is like in third behind it. But it would probably go Tokimeki, Rune Factory, and why am I forgetting? Final Fantasy Advance, and then obviously Phoenix Riot, and it goes down. That's probably Tokimeki has to be. It's the most entertaining playthrough I've ever put out, and no one liked it back when, but it's the fucking most entertaining playthrough I put out ever. The sexy Castaway Duck says he took out the question. Also, that question, what's your favorite Let's Play, was by Zero Nigel 332, the very beautiful Zero Nigel 3332. Alright, let's see. Jordan Benyefield says, what is your favorite video game, and what is your least favorite video game? Well, I've kind of answered it, but I guess, you know, any movie title is my least favorite video game. Now, video games I really dislike, fucking 999. I had such high expectations for it, and it crashed and burned so hard for me. But yeah, my favorite video game has to be Metal Gear Solid 3. Let's see. Which you all should play. Let's see. The Very Beautiful Dark says, why was this marked as spam? And I responded, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. I think these are all Darks questions right here. Yep. These are all Darks questions. So all these down are all going to be Darkness Inferno's questions. And if you are following along like I told you to, then you would obviously know. Okay, let's see. What's something what's something that interests you enough that you'll go out of your way and check it out? Another thing is, I'm very curious, and I always check out almost everything that someone kind of shows me. When someone recommends me a game, I usually go check it out, and if I like it, I'll put it on the list. And that goes for anything. If I'm interested or anything catches my attention, I'm gonna look it up. I'm always looking something up. That's why I know so many useless things. Alright, let's see. What kind of music do you like? Like I said, I like all kinds of music. I could really care less. It's just, it's all about the lyrical content and maybe the feeling of the music. If you could create your own game, what would you make? If I would create my own game, what would I make? I would probably, like I said this way back when I was a brony, you should make a My Little Dashie video game where you could take care of her and play with her like the Nintendogs kind of series, or something along those lines. That would make a lot of money and make a lot of bronies happy. Let's see, what else, a game would I make? Obviously I would want like an open world game, but all in all, I would probably just want like a very Japanese RPG. That would be amazing. Having a Japanese RPG, probably don't know how I would do it. Obviously throw some magic in there, throw some warriors, there's something. I don't know. Or maybe I'll make an RPG that calls back to RPGs of back when. Who knows? It's whatever. Let's see, scrolling down. And these are all Darknesses, questions like now. If you could have a pet, what kind of animal would it be? I would want a doggy, and I would want it to be pretty much like what does they call it? Dixon? A dachshund? I think it's called a dachshund, Dixon. I don't know if it's the one that I'm actually thinking about. I don't know if you guys ever read the book Shiloh, but it's that. It's a dachshund. I don't think it is. Yeah, a dachshund. I wouldn't want a dachshund. They're adorable, or or no, a beagle. I wouldn't want a beagle or a Yorkshire Terrier or Yorkie. I would want a little beagle. I want a beagle overall. It would be awesome. Let's see. At what age did you start swearing? Probably somewhere around third grade. I started saying crap. I remember in the lunch line how we used to do it. We used to do it where we would all follow one another, and we would just grab stuff and throw it in. When it came to like the little salad bar area where you could get apples and fruits and whatever stuff, like they would give you they would give you like the main meal, like a chicken sandwich, a pizza, um, meatballs, anything along those, anything that prison foods get. And then there would be like this big red, like not conveyor belt, but a red, what are they called? Like a service box kind of thing. And you would, like, no, like, you know at buffets where they have like the little areas and have glass over it? Like, you can move it. It's a big red plastic thing. And they would fill it up with different stuff every single day, depending on what it would go with, and they would try to pair it the best they can. I remember trying to pick up an apple, and I dropped it. I was like, crap! And then everyone around me was like, oh, you just said crap. What is going on? But I've always cursed. My family curses a lot, so it's kind of like part of my lexicon. So it's like, I know it's bad. There was a time where I didn't curse, and there was a time where I would ask people not to curse. But when it comes to it, it just means I'm relaxing and I'm in my comfortable place if you hear me curse. So it's... la 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 la. Let's see. Let's see. What is your computer specs? I already asked her that. Let's see. Have you ever overplayed a game? I always overplay games I love. As you just heard, what I've done with Resident Evil, and definitely what I've done with Monster Hunter, Animal Crossing. I'm definitely overplaying that game right now. In my Wild World playthrough. What else? You know, and definitely the, what's it called? What are they called? Not the, I was about to say the Pokemon, I can't recall, the name's not coming to mind, but obviously if it's a game I love, because back when I didn't get a lot of video games, so if I found a game I loved, I would do it. I know God of War 2, I played that on the hardest difficulty, and that was a fucking grind. It was just difficult for the sake of being difficult. It enhanced experience, it just made everything hard. You know, like, you know, sometimes the difficulty enhances the experience. You just fucked your experience. It would fuck your day. Let's see. What makes you stand out as a person? What makes me stand out as a person is the fact that I never used to stand out, and that I keep to myself unless I am agitated. So it's no. Let's see, what is your favorite movie? My favorite movie of all time has to be either Office Space or... has to be Office Space. Office Space is a great movie. I love that movie. Let's see, will you play a horror game for your channel? I need a better computer to play horror games. What type of people don't you get along with? People who make me angry, or say shit I don't like, or are dicks, or don't respect me. Pretty much, that's where we go. Do you prefer using a controller or a keyboard and mouse? I prefer using a controller. Back in the day, I used keyboard and mouse, and it wasn't the best. It wasn't fun. It was not fun, people. What is your favorite genre of video game? RPGs. Let's go with that. Open world RPGs. Alright, when playing a game with multiple gender choices, male or female, which one do you play as? I usually play as the female. What features would you most likely... The reason I play as a female, because usually the females are created better than the males, to be honest with you. And, what's wrong with having a kick-ass female? What feature would you like most to see added to YouTube? I would like the feature, to be able to feature fucking videos back. To be able to... What I would want to be able to just clean up what was messed up. With the features, you know, obviously YouTube is pretty much perfect, almost, with what it is, with features-wise. Obviously, it would good to have, like, a mass question thing. Does 3D need to be on YouTube? No, fuck that shit. If you like 3D, go fuck yourself. I'm sorry, but that's the way I feel. I don't like 3D. It's a big money cash-in. It's not fucking, it's money. It's cheap. You know, it's cheap to do, and the payoff's huge. Like, they're using gimmicks like they were fucking doing, like, when they introduced it. Like, you know, when people are like, what? The movie can pop out at you? This is, like, the fucking stupid mentality. We have beautiful CGI. We have great actors. We have beautiful stories. And yet, you just want the fucking visual bullshit of 3D. No. Let's see... Oh, feature I would like to add. I would like the ability to go to playlist a lot more prevalent, because not a lot of people check the description, and every single description I put the playlist of the fucking series, and no one watches in my playlist. I would obviously... The sub boxes aren't broke, people. The sub boxes aren't broke. You're broke. You subscribe to too many people, and some videos take priorities over others. If you like someone, check out their channel, or bookmark a playlist and check it. Don't fucking rely on your subscription box. It's the worst possible thing you could do. Don't be an idiot. Use your subscription box. What is your dream job? Being a YouTuber. What is the best story you have ever read? The best story I've ever read is of a book that I don't recall. It was this book of a kid who was abused, and one day something happens where he gets kidnapped and no one fucking cares, and it's weird. I don't recall what the fucking book is, but it was great. I read it a long time ago. What's your favorite food? Pizza. If you could, which next-gen console would you buy? Now, when it comes to it, next-gen console, before I even get these, I would get a 360 and a PS3, to be honest with you. But if I were to get the Xbox One or PS4, I would just get the PS4, because I don't want an Xbox. From what it's done to me, and how much money I put in that stupid shit trying to fix it, no. I don't want to deal with anything Xbox. Would I get it? Yeah. Because you know what? I like video games, and I want to play a wide selection of video games. Maybe PS4 won't have that wide selection. So, I would buy both. But if I were to choose one, which one I buy first is PS4. Let's see. What is your favorite game? I already answered that. What is your opinion of MMOs? MMOs are great. There are health hazards to it. Some people actually dedicate their whole life to it. And the addiction factor of just trying to be good at something, it can mess with some people. There are people who did, like, for Diablo, they added a clock in Diablo for the reason people were playing it too long and were getting fired from their jobs and, you know, just neglecting their own personal life. So, MMOs are great, but the thing is, there's so many of them, you gotta shift through all the shit. There's different kinds of MMOs, but being in this, like, with all these people, the experience does enhance, and definitely if you have a group of friends, the experience does enhance. I've tasted it with RuneScape, and it was fun. I love it, but it's not that, you know, RuneScape is big, but it's not as polished as a lot of the other ones are. But I think that is about it, everyone. My name is Luna. Thank you guys for, you know, taking the time and submitting questions. Definitely Dark was the fucking star of the hour. Putting question after question after question after question. And it's pretty damn great. But obviously I didn't expect a lot of questions. Dark pretty much blew the expectations out of the water with himself. I expected 5 questions. I didn't expect this to be almost like 2 hours long, you know. I didn't expect anything of that. And it's pretty damn great. Fuck you. It's pretty great that you guys will give me questions. Definitely, some of the questions were good, and some of the questions were definitely Jellyfish's questions were more serious than most. But hey, it's great. It's great. Definitely went over that. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, by the way. And for those of you on Twitter who saw that birthday thing, not the birthday thing, but the thing that Dark did, you should fucking follow me on Twitter. Twitter is where it's at for me, and Skype, since I've been getting on it a lot more, but I've been busy recently, so I haven't been really getting on as much, but I get on it usually when I have time. So, yep, that is about it. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for watching this all the way through. If you did, you're a fucking champ. You're a fucking beast. You're the best. I'm the best. Best. If you want to say what games I like, actually, personally, I honestly do like the Maddens. I like the NBA 2Ks. I don't know why. There's something about the replay value of it. There's tons of replay value for that. And the ability to make your own character and go on and play for the team that you love seems great. Obviously, I don't like FIFA. I don't like soccer. Or I would like to call it Dalmatian Ball. I don't like Dalmatian Ball. I tried getting into it, but I can't. But, you know, I like those games too. Even though there's no story, it's just a pure gameplay entertainment kind of thing. And it's something they keep making every single year, which fucking sucks. They have that mentality. They're the ones who started that mentality of making a game every single fucking year. Those fucks. Perfect your game, you dicks. Until next time, my name's Howdy Howdy Snowman. Go fuck yourself. Just kidding. Love you. Mwah. Mwah. They really love me. Yeah, they really love you. They really love me. Yeah, they really love me. Yeah. Stop putting your mouth behind my back.